Hi, this is CAD/CAM Lessons channel, and in this video, using a simple part as an example, I will show you some basic operations for creating 3D solids in FreeCAD. FreeCAD is a completely free 3D CAD system that can be used both for hobby and commercial purposes. We can freely use this system even for paid projects. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe. And if you like my tutorials and would like to thank me for my work, you can support this channel. You can find the link in the description of the video. Now let's move to create a simple part in this system. We will create this part in the Part Design workbench. You can select the Part Design workbench and click Create a new part, or if you're using FreeCAD version 1.0, you can click here Parametric Part, and a new project will be created in the Part Design workbench. Now we will start by creating a sketch. To create a sketch, click the Create Sketch icon and then specify the sketch plane. We have three basic planes here. The XY plane, XZ plane, and YZ plane. To choose the sketch plane, left-click on the plane. And here we will create a simple sketch. Choose to draw a rectangle, select the centered rectangle command. As the center of the rectangle, select the origin of the coordinate system. When this point is highlighted, click the left mouse button here, and the center of the rectangle will be constrained to this point. And here, as you can see, we can specify the dimensions of this rectangle. This is a new feature introduced in FreeCAD 1.0, and here enter the dimensions of this rectangle as 70. Hit enter, and here 40, and enter again. If you are using a different version of FreeCAD, you can simply select the appropriate dimension. For example, constrain horizontal distance, select the line, and then specify the dimension. However, in this case, that line is already dimensioned, and I cannot set a new dimension here, so I will cancel it. But if you wanted to add a dimension, you could simply use the appropriate dimension. And if you wanted to change a dimension, just double-click the left mouse button on that dimension and enter a new dimension value. Okay, I will remove this dimension here and show you how you can add a dimension manually. Simply select the dimension. In this case, it will be constrained vertical distance. Select the geometry you want to dimension, and here enter the dimension value. Okay, we have the rectangle created, and here, as you can see, there is a dimension symbol next to the cursor. This means that dimensioning is active. To cancel the active command, just right-click and that command will be cancelled. And now one more thing, pay attention to whether you have these two options checked. This option is for automatic constraints, and this one is for automatic removal of redundant constraints. These options are very useful while sketching. Among other things, this means that when we create some geometry and, as in this case, hover over the origin of the coordinate system and click the left mouse button when this point is highlighted, the center point of the rectangle will be constrained to the origin of the coordinate system, and this is what is handled by the automatic constraints option. And now we will draw two circles in such a way that the centers of these circles lie on the x-axis on both sides of the y-axis. So, we choose to draw a circle and hover over the x-axis. When the x-axis is highlighted, click the left mouse button and enter the diameter of the circle as 10 millimeters. And we do the same from the other side, hover over the x-axis. When the x-axis is highlighted, click the left mouse button and enter the diameter of the circle as 10 millimeters. The circle drawing command is still active, so I will right-click to cancel this command. And we have drawn two circles whose centers are constrained to the x-axis. And now, if I grab the circle, I can only move this circle along the x-axis, because this circle is constrained to this axis, and the center of this circle must lie on this axis. Now, I would like these circles to be symmetrically arranged relative to the y-axis, so that this circle and this circle are at the same distance from the y-axis. To do this, select the centers of the two circles, then select the y-axis, which means simply left-click on these 2 points, and the y-axis. When it comes to selecting geometry in the sketcher, we do this without the Shift key and without the Control key. We simply left-click and that geometry will be selected, and once we have these geometries selected, select the symmetry constraint. and now the circles are placed symmetrically relative to the y-axis. If I change the position of one circle, then the position of the second circle will also change. Now let's add distances between the centers of the two circles. Select these 2 points and choose dimensioning. Here in FreeCAD version 1.0, we can simply select the dimensioning command, and the dimension will be automatically selected. And here, to add this dimension, left-click and enter the value of this dimension. Let's enter here 50 millimeters, and right-click to cancel the dimensioning. However, here I would like to change this dimension, so I double-click with the left mouse button on this dimension and enter a new dimension value. I enter here 40 millimeters and press Enter to confirm. The sketch is complete, and we also have information that the sketch is fully constrained. This means that the shape and dimensions of this sketch cannot be changed freely. We cannot change the shapes or positions of this sketch by grabbing and moving some geometry, because these geometries are constrained to each other and are related to the coordinate system. If we wanted to make some changes, we could do so by editing the dimensions, which means we have much greater certainty here that we will not accidentally change the shape and dimensions of this sketch, because to introduce any change, we must do so consciously by editing the dimensions. When creating 2D sketches based on which we will create 3D solids, we should strive for the sketch to be fully constrained. In this case, it is a simple geometry. If we were to damage something here, it could be easily fixed, but in the case of more complex sketches, if the sketch is not fully constrained, and we accidentally move some geometry, we may damage the sketch, and fixing such a sketch can be difficult and time-consuming. Therefore, we should try to create sketches that will be fully constrained. And okay, the sketch is complete. Close the sketch. And now, based on this sketch, we will create a 3D solid. A basic operation for creating 3D solids in 3D CAD systems is the operation of extruding the sketch. In FreeCAD, this is called the pad operation. Select this operation, and here we specify the height of the solid, meaning a solid of the height we specify here will be created based on this sketch. Let's enter here 15 millimeters. If you click the left mouse button somewhere next to this field, the preview will update and we click OK to confirm this. And this way we created our first simple solid. Now let's create another part of this solid and create another sketch. Select Create Sketch and create a sketch on the YZ plane. Choose this plane, and now on this plane we will create another sketch. Select to draw a circle. And here we will draw a circle whose center will lie on the y-axis. So we hover over the y-axis, click the left mouse button, and draw a circle with any diameter. I will not enter the diameter of this circle here, and I right-click to finish drawing the circle. And here we haven't entered any dimension for this circle, and no dimension appeared. We can freely change the diameter of this circle. And now I would like to create additional geometries that will be constrained to this solid. But if I select to draw a line here and want the start of the line to lie on this edge, as you can see hovering close to this edge is not highlighted, and I cannot constrain the start of the line to this part of the solid. We need to approach this a bit differently. We need to create a reference geometry based on this solid that we can use in this sketch. Because in this sketch this solid is external geometry, we have to create such a reference geometry that will be constrained to this solid. To do this we use the Create External Geometry command. Select this command and left-click on the geometry on the solid that is to be the reference geometry. In this case I am selecting this line, and here, as you can see, something already appeared. Now I right-click to cancel this command, and here we have two such points visible, but here the entire line is a reference geometry, which was created in the sketch plane. At this moment, the sketch plane is partially covered by the solid because the sketch plane passes through the center of the solid, and we create geometry in this plane. This part of the solid covers our view of the sketch plane a bit, And to enable the view of the sketch plane so that nothing covers our view, go to the Sketch menu and select the View Section command. And now this line is visible, and we can use it to create additional geometries. I will create here a shape consisting of 3 lines. I select the Polyline Drawing command, and let's draw a polyline so that the first point of the polyline is placed approximately here. The second point of the polyline will be constrained to this point, then the third point of the polyline will be constrained to this point, and the last point of the polyline will be placed approximately here. Now I right-click to finish drawing this polyline, and I right-click again to cancel the command. And now I would like the circle to be constrained to these lines so that a tangent constraint is applied here. Therefore, I select this point, select the circle, and select the tangent constraint. We do the same with this point, select the circle, and select the tangent constraint. And now select this point, and add a dimension. We can select this command or press the D key on the keyboard, and the dimension has been added. And here, as the dimension value, enter 50 mm and press Enter. Let's create another circle. Here, as you can see, I have the dimensioning command active, but if we choose another command, this command that is currently active will be cancelled. It will simply activate the command we selected. And here let's draw another circle whose center will be at this point. Click here with the left mouse button to constrain these points together, and here enter the diameter of the circle as 20 mm and press Enter to confirm. And now I right-click to cancel this command. And here, as you can see, the sketch is fully constrained, but this sketch is not correct. If I close the sketch, you don't need to do this. I will show you what will happen if I try to create a solid based on this sketch. I close the sketch and select the extrude operation, and the entire model disappears, and based on such a sketch we cannot create a solid. This results from the fact that sketches in FreeCAD should not intersect, and in this case, for this sketch to be a single geometry, we need to remove the unnecessary fragment of the geometry, which is that part of the circle. To do this, select the Trim command, and select this fragment of the circle. This fragment of the circle has been removed, and now based on such a sketch we can create a fragment of a 3D solid. Close the sketch, select the extrude operation, and based on such a sketch we can add the extrusion. Here, just like in the first operation, we specify the length of the extrusion. Enter here 15 mm. But as you can see, the extrusion is being added in one direction. I would like this extrusion to be performed symmetrically from the plane, and we have this option Symmetric to Plane here. By selecting this option, we will add an extrusion of 15 mm, which will be performed symmetrically from the plane, meaning this extrusion will be performed in such a way that this sketch will be extruded 7.5 mm in this direction and 7.5 mm in this direction, and click OK to accept this. And we have created something like this. Now we will create another sketch. In addition to being able to create sketches on the basic planes of the coordinate system, we can also create sketches on the faces of the solid. To create a sketch on a solid face, select the face on which we will create this sketch and choose the Create Sketch command. And here, in this case, we will also create a centered rectangle. Select this command and draw a rectangle with dimensions of 50 by 15 mm. Okay, the sketch is fully constrained. Close the sketch, and now, based on this sketch, we will remove material from this solid. To do this, we choose the Pocket operation. And here, as you can see, a pocket has been added to a depth of 5 mm. Change the depth value of this pocket here. To change the values in this field, we can enter a specific value here, but we can also scroll the mouse wheel, and the value in this field will change. And if you want to make a pocket through the entire model, we have this operation type here. select through all, and the pocket will be made through the entire solid. And click OK to confirm this, and we have something like this. Now we will add edge fillets. Hold down the Control key, select these two edges, and choose the fillet operation. Here we specify the radius value. Enter 5 mm here and click OK. Next, hold down the Control key, select these two edges, choose fillet, and here we will add a fillet with a value of 2 mm and click OK. Another basic operation is edge chamfering. Hold down the Control key, select 4 edges, and choose the chamfer operation. Here we will add a chamfer of 1 mm and click OK. As you can see, in these few simple steps we created such a solid. Based on this solid I was able to show you the basic operations of creating 3D solids in FreeCAD. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.